B as well. And we can see those two combinations just on the left-hand side of your screen. Fence number 7A and 7B, vertical Oxer combination. Let's have a look at our starting order. And we do have Nikolai Heinrich. They will be going first on the starting order. I think we have just a little bit of a different starting order that is going up on the screen here, as Nikolai Heinrich will be first. Cassio Rivetti, he had that crash last night. He'll be going second in the order. Nicholas Delajoyo for the host nation in third, the third of the 24. Hana Morrison from Sweden, or for Sweden, will be fourth, followed by Rich Fellers. He's got one in this. In fact, he has two in this as well. Ashley Bond, she's got two rides in our speed this evening, our international jumping competition against the clock. Time allowed 76 seconds as we are running under FEI rules, International Equestrian Federation rules. Altering the height of a fence on course, that's 4 faults. First refusal, that is 4 faults. Second refusal, that will mean elimination. So some great riders in our field tonight. Matthias Venker from Germany, he won last night in that FEI qualifier, the qualifier for tomorrow night. And tonight as well, my co-anchor, normally with me here in Sacramento, Susan Artez, she will be the 8th starter aboard Lawrence Z. So 24 horse and rider combinations. Great to see Cassio Rivetti back, as last night he had a terrible fall in that jump off. Looked like he possibly could have hurt either his collarbone or his shoulder. I think it was just the wind knocked out of him. But we're going to see if that, in fact, has affected him at all. He's such a top professional rider from Brazil. It certainly will not have. Rich Fellers, always one to watch for. Kerry Roofer on Mai Tai, and she is a tough one. In fact, she has 2 in this speed competition tonight. Mai Tai going 9th in the order. Mr. Europe going 20th in the order. And Vanessa Mannix from Canada. She was also in the top placings last night. Nikolai Heinrich, he's going to be a tough one. He's got that starting position. He also will be coming on in 21st in that order of go as well. It's going to be a great competition this evening. You are in for such a wonderful event. The $36,500 Murieta Inn, Spa, and Restaurant competition against the clock in our beautiful Rancho Murieta, just on the outskirts of the absolute gorgeous capital of California, Sacramento, part of the Sacramento International Horse Show. Mandy Porter as well, aboard WT Kapow in this order. She's got 2, in fact. So we're going to be in for a great speed. Once again, Marina Azevedo having designed such a wonderful course. As we're looking on that, we can see the West Palms combination. That's right beside the GGT footing, fence number 3. But that combination, that'll be 10A and 10B. They'll make a wrap back around by the in-gate. So that combination going straight towards that in-gate as they make that right-hand turn to the Longines fence number 11. And you see fence number 12, and that has the 2 white rails over top of fence number 12 and the 2 dark planks underneath at the Longines final fence on course. So I think we are in for a great event this evening with the Murieta Inn and Spa Restaurant. This is the correct start order right there. Nicholas Heinrich will start us off. Cassio Rivetti had that fall last night. He's back. Nick Delajoyo, Hana Morrison, Rich Fellers. He is amazing at speed competitions as always. He's dangerous at speed because he likes to win. Mandy Porter, WT Kapow. So those are our first 6 we're going to be seeing tonight in the Sacramento International Horse Show, Murieta Inn and Spa and Restaurant competition against the clock. So those are the first 6 we'll see. And Nikolai Heinrich having that pole position, that's going to be one of those advantages for him because we know he loves to go fast. And he's on board Crusader Z, a 10-year-old gray mare. That horse owned by Spruce Meadows of Calgary, Alberta. But Nikolai Heinrich rides for Denmark. So our first 6 right there once again, with Mandy Porter in that 6. She also comes back 16th, so 10 horses between her first and her second. It's going to allow her to take a little breath, see how things are going, see how the rest of them are going. Well, 7th in the order, that'll be Ashley Bond, the rider for Israel, and she has 7th and 17th position on the order of go. Susie Artez, and she will be coming 8th in the order, followed by Kerry Roofer, first of 2 rides she has. Angel Caroli from Venezuela. He's the 10th, 11th. Matthias Venker, he won last night in the jump off, the fastest of the clears, and only 2 clears last night in this competition. He was the last to go, the last of 14, in fact, in that jump off, and he was absolutely untouchable. He is aboard Encage Caruso. Alec Lawler from Atherton. So just a little bit closer to the coast, and he's aboard 4 gold in that 12th position. Vito, Bjorklund, and Carlson. He showed last night. He's back. Hana Morrison, she has 2 rides in this. Unique Star going 14th. 15th, Rich Feller's back in the ring in that 15th position. Mandy Porter comes back 16th, as mentioned. Ashley Bond 17th. Zunka Taiman from Germany 18th. 19th, Carl Cook, Special PS. Kerry Roofer and Mr. Europe in 20th. Nikolai Rus 21st. Emma Rachau in 22nd spot. Vanessa Mannix. And we're going to this list. Now we can see 7th through 12th. Ashley Bond, Belo, Horizonte. Susan Artez, Lawrence E. Kerry Roofer, Mai Tai. Angel Caroli, Angel Caroli, April Moon. Matthew Svenker, Alec Lawler. Vigo Bjorklund, Hana Morrison, Rich Fellers, Mandy Porter, Ashley Bond, Zunka Taiman for Germany. And it looks like we are ready to start. This is a phenomenal pair that Spruce Meadows has put in the field. Nikolai Heinroos from Denmark. And Crusader Z, a 10-year-old gray mare, starred by Choco Blue. This is a Zangashada, once again owned by Spruce Meadows of Calgary. Yeah, Nikolai Heinroos, in fact, rides for Spruce Meadows of Calgary. He lives up there now, and that was his dream job. He always wanted to work at the always impressive and beautiful Spruce Meadows. And the salute there, Nikolai Heinroos, Crusader Z, the first of, in fact, 24. That will be joining us on this course designed by Marina Azevedo from Brazil. You hear the sound of the tone. And I really think this could be the round to watch. He's going first. Definitely, he's going to be the one to try to catch. So 14 jumping efforts, fences 1 through 12, 2 combinations. And we started on the VIP side with that nice big wide Oxford straight down to fence number 2. This is a very inviting course. It's meant to gallop. Comes around that to fence number 3, the GGT, German Geotextile fence, Sky Partners. And that is fence number 4. He's going to come across that diagonal. Fence 5. And 4 strides to fence number 6, an Oxer. Here's the first of 2 combinations coming up. Fence number 7A and 7B. Vertical in. Perfectly done. Just that 1 stride. On to fence number 8. From here, a left-hand turn. Ooh, he rubbed that a little bit. He's going to roll back to fence number 9. It's going to come up fairly quickly. Okay. All he has, 10AB, 11, and 12 left. Here's the second combination. Oxer vertical, 1 stride. Wrap back around. There's the Oxer. Just 1 fence remaining. There's that finish line. Clear round starting us off. Nikolai Heinroos and that wonderful horse owned by Spruce Meadows of Calgary. Crusader Z. And their time 63.17 seconds. And he was flying on course. You can see that smile. What a great run. What a great way to start the Murieta Inn Spa and Restaurant competition against the clock. So fence number 10A and 10B we saw there. And Nikolai not really touching too much of the reins on course. And he puts his leg on that horse, crosses that Oxer, fence number 11 beautifully. And Cassio Rivetti, here's our second rider. Well, Cassio Rivetti also certainly deadly in speed competitions, deadly in the jump offs as well. He is so fast. All these riders, all 24 entries. It's not over yet. As 63.17 seconds, time to beat. Cassio Rivetti for Brazil aboard Don Vito, horse owned by Poden Farms. This 11-year-old Chestnut Gelding, Royal Dutch Warmblood. So it looks a little bit more steady. Looks like Cassio just giving Don Vito a nice ride here as he clears fence number 4. So we're signed by Prix. Now remember, Cassio had that fall last night. So he comes up to the first of the combinations. Just a nice solid ride for Cassio Rivetti and Don Vito. And the wave there, so he wanted to make sure his horse was absolutely perfect, because that was the horse, unfortunately, that he had the dismount off of last night. So Don Vito, Cassio Rivetti, they will retire. That was a brilliant ride for Cassio Rivetti to do tonight, as Cassio making sure that his horse has ample confidence. Cassio's such a professional rider. He is such a phenomenal rider. Every horse he sits on always looks more confident after they're done. So there we see that 7AB combination nicely through that. Kept going straight down the rail. And then the wave. So Cassio Rivetti certainly happy with his horse's performance. I can totally see why. That 11-year-old chestnut gelding. Well, Cassandra, that is the next horse, 12-year-old mare. Nicholas Della Gioia rides for the host nation of the USA aboard the Royal Dutch Warm Blood.
It's his first time here showing at the Sacramento International Horse Show. He's competed out here on the West Coast since the spring. Now looking at challenge here leader, 63.17. Here's Cassandra.
So 63.17 seconds as Nick Della Gioia for the U.S. Again, comes from a family of show jumping. Norman Della Gioia, his father, certainly world famous. And Nick shows all that same skill and class. Such a composed rider. Okay, so 63.17 seconds. That is our time to beat. This is our third of 24. And he's not wasting too much time cutting those corners very nicely. There's the vertical. Beautiful ride through that 7AB combination. Well, little ticket fence number 8. It stayed up. Fence number 9. Here's the second of the combinations for Nick Della Gioia and Cassandra. This horse owned by the Cassandra Group. So 63.17. I think he's going to be a little bit off the pace. He wasn't quite as hurried as Nikolai Rus, but 66.27 seconds and a clear round. And that's going to put him to second place. With Nikolai Rus and Crusader Z still in the lead, 63.17 seconds. That is our leading time. And we see Nick Della Gioia on fence number 11 there. Beautiful jump over fence number 11. And just keeps his focus on fence number 12. This is a great flowing course. Perfect course for a competition against the clock for a one-round competition. Well, our next horse, an Irish sport horse, sired by Luxy, goes by the name Park Morlocks, the 14-year-old gelding. This horse owned by Ritz Fuente of Jackson, Wyoming. The rider for Sweden, Hana Morrison. And the first of 2 rides for Hana Morrison. So nice ride to fence number 3 out of that corner. Okay, so over fence number 4, we come back across that diagonal. Just cutting inside just a little bit in between fence number 8 and fence number 9 to get back to fence number 5. Straight gallop down to fence number 6. And she's going to set her horse up for the first combination. As you can see, around from that angle, fence number 7-8 gets blocked a little bit coming through the corner by fence number 11. Another tick at fence number 8, so 3 horses in a row that have jumped that have all had a tick at it. It stayed up. Nice solid approach to 10A, 10B. This horse is jumping beautifully. 14-year-old gelding. There's fence number 11 as they jump into the sun just a little bit. There's some sunspots. Yeah, and fence number 12, let's have a look. 70.36 seconds. Beautiful smooth ride for Hana Morrison. Park Morlocks into third place. And once again, Hana Morrison not done as she has another ride coming in right around 10 rounds. Nikolai Rus still in the lead, but Hana Morrison, beautiful ride aboard Park Morlocks, the 14-year-old Irish sport horse gelding. And we can see just those little sunspots as it's still a beautiful sunny day here in Northern California. Gets her horse refocused on fence number 12. Nice and a beautiful job, as always. Hana Morrison riding for Sweden. In fact, rides out of Southern California, but her nationality is Sweden. Back to the U.S., Rich Fellers aboard Ninu. This horse sired by Nintendo. It's 11-year-old gelding, owned by Kimberly Bruce of Lake Oswego, Oregon. And you see, Rich did, unfortunately that came down. Fence number 1 to fence number 2, the shape he put on that line allowed him to make that turn and open up that turn to fence number 3 a little bit easier. But unfortunately, he had that second fence down. Here comes that first combination. Little ticket fence number 8 as well. So I'm thinking, because it's right on that diagonal, on that center line, in fact, that the horses aren't getting their eye on fence number 8 quite soon enough and measuring it up. Through the second of the combinations beautifully, 4 faults. Who knows, right now 4 faults still, in fact, could get them in a nice positioning at the end of the day. Because you look at that time, 61.80, certainly had the time. Wow. But fence number 2, that is just too bad. Well, so Rich Fellers, he has another ride. He's going to be coming 15th in the order. You see that. He made that beautiful slice, and he bent that line from fence number 1 to fence number 2. But unfortunately, it came down. Mandy Porter, here's the next rider for the USA, for the host nation, and she rides the horse owned by Wild Turkey Farm. And this is an American-bred horse registered with the American Holsteiner Horse Association, WT Kapow. This horse sired by Chesapeake. This is a 10-year-old gelding. Well, we know that time can be bettered at 63.17 seconds. Rich Fellers just did that by almost 2 seconds with a time of 61.80. Nice ride for fence number 1 to fence number 2. Nicely over fence number 3. This is a 10-year-old gelding. This horse, Mandy Porter's been working with this horse, bringing this horse up to this level, and looking so nice. So here she's making that turn. Fence number 9, not a touch of one of these fences. There's 10A, 10B, right-hand turn, 11 and 12. That's all we have left. Time to beat still, 63.17 seconds. Now she's going to cross that finish line. Let's have a look. Where's it going to stop? Yes, she does it. 62.64 seconds. What a great ride. USA in the lead. And Mandy Porter, WT Kapow, she's got to be happy with that. And Mandy Porter, you know what? She is not done, but you can tell she is certainly happy with that great 10-year-old gelding owned by Wild Turkey Farm. You see her coming off that 10B, makes that right-hand turn back to 11. Total focus. You see the horse's ears focused on the oxer. What a jump over fence number 11, and just opens up the stride on a fence number 12. Sets the horse up perfectly. And there we are, right across that finish line. In the first place, 62.64 seconds. Well, next horse, Belo Horizonte. Now, this is a Holsteiner. This is an 11-year-old gelding. This horse is signed by Belo de Roy and owned by Little Valley Farms. Ashley Bond for Israel. And you know what? Ashley Bond, I think she can better that time, 62.64 seconds. She's got 2 rides tonight in the Murieta Inn Spa and Restaurant International Competition against the clock. Nicely over fence number 3. Wow, this horse can jump. So come across that diagonal. There's a 4-stride to fence number 6. Very efficient ride. Ashley Bond. Oh, look at that. That horse can jump. She is such a good rider. Makes the turn back to fence number. Oh. You see that outside range. She tried to get the horse's head and neck back focused on fence number 9. Unfortunately, that run out, that's going to be 4 faults. Because after fence number 8, they do that rollback turn to fence number 9. It comes up really quickly. Again, our time allowed on course, 76 seconds. I'm fairly sure even with that stop, Ashley Bond's going to be well under that 76 time allowed. But imagine how fast she would have been without that hesitation, that stop there. So 4 jumping faults. What a great rider. 71.10 seconds. Well, Ashley Bond, Belo, Horizonte move into 6th place. But she is not done, as she's one of the riders here tonight with 2 rides. And we see her come up after that 7B, fence number 8. And she's trying to get this turn. And she's turning with both reins, which is perfect. And the horse just got little bit past that outside leg and didn't get focused on fence number 9. Not the horse's fault, not the rider's fault. It's just how it goes sometimes. Well, this horse owned by Alex Fargo is Lawrence C. This is a young 8-year-old stallion. By Lordanos. Susan Artez. She was with me last night up here in the broadcast booth. She'll be with me tomorrow night. She rides for the U.S. And great to see Susan Artez. She spent a lot of time. She won a Grand Prix up here in Northern California just 3 weeks ago. And this is a promising young 8-year-old stallion. Nicely through the first 3 fences. There's fence number 4. Oh, unfortunately, fence number 5 came down. Kind of looked like he didn't get his eye quite on fence number 5. There's a lot of color there. There's lots of things to see in the ring. And Lawrence C, once again, 8 years of age. So a young stallion here, oodles and oodles of talent, lots of power. And Susan Artez, a great Grand Prix rider in her own right. And unfortunately, didn't get the eye on fence number 9. I mentioned it comes up fairly quickly. So right now sitting with 8 faults for the 8-year-old stallion. And just 1 fence remaining nicely over fence number 11. Well, remember this horse's name, this rider's name as well. I think they got a great career ahead of them. 64.49 seconds, 8 jumping faults. So tonight, 1:45. Yeah, and this is a speed competition, the Murieta Inn, Spa, and Restaurant International Jumping Competition is on the clock. Now we see this. I don't think the horse quite exactly focused and didn't gauge the height quite perfectly, but this horse is young. And just wait for this horse in a couple years, and I think it will definitely be at that World Cup jumping level. So Lawrence Z, Susan Artez moving to 7th place. With Kerry Roofer, she is in the ring. She's got 2 rides tonight, and this is her 10-year-old gelding, Mai Tai. Mai Tai, owned by Morningstar Sport Horses. A Westphalian 10-year-old gelding sired by Ustinov. Time to beat 62.64 seconds. Mandy Porter has that time. But Kerry Roofer, she is super fast. So, fence number 1, fence number 2. Nice ride out of that corner to come up to fence number 3. Okay, that same cut between fence number 8 and 9. So you come into fence number 5. Beautifully done. This is a wonderful 10-year-old gelding. Oh, great ride through fence number 5, through fence number 6. Combination in front of the grandstand. Easily over those. You see Kerry get her horse's attention right on fence number 8. Little tick there. Goes to the stick at fence number 9 just to make sure the horse gets its focus on fence number 9. Second combination. 10A and 10B. Just 2 more. Time to beat 62.64 seconds. Looks like she could be on that pace. We're going to see. There's the run for the finish line. Did she do it? 62.62 seconds into first place by 2/100ths of a second. Oh my goodness, what a great ride. Kerry Roofer, Mai Tai, that wonderful 10-year-old gelding, owned by Morningstar Sport Horses. So 2/100ths of a second separate first and second. This is show jumping at its best. And we see fence number 11. Kerry has her focus right there. Horse is focused as well. She already has her eye on fence number 12. And the horse's ears are pricked. It knows exactly where it's going. Such a great ride. Great amateur rider, but you know what? She rides at the top level. And you see that $1 million smile she had on her face. That said it all. Ahil Karoli and Ahil Guillermo Karoli and April Moon. Well, this rider rides for Venezuela. He, in fact, represented Venezuela at the Pan American Games this year. For the second time, this 11-year-old mare, April Moon. Source owned by Carol Rosenstein, Silver Raven Farm. It's a Holsteiner, started by Kinar. So Angel Caroli, he knows what it's like to compete at the top level of competition. So nice, quick, efficient ride down to fence number 5. There's fence number 6, nicely done. Opens up that inside range, coming back to fence number 7A and 7B. Okay, so time to beat 62.62 seconds. Okay, there's the turn. Now April Moon, a little bit longer horse than Mai Tai, who holds the lead, but Angel Caroli certainly has this horse well under control. Okay, tick there. 53 seconds. You'd love to have the win tonight. 62.62. Keep that time in mind. Will he do it? 62.32 seconds, 0.3 of a second. He takes over first place. Angel Caroli and April Moon. Wow. What a ride. We are in for a great competition. Well, we are in the middle of a great competition. Right now, our $36,500 Murieta Inn, Spa, and Restaurant competition against the clock. Look at this turn. Okay. Angel Caroli on a fence number 11 right here. This horse is so powerful. And you see Angel Caroli focused on. The horse's ears are pricked forward. Comes down to fence number 12. And 62.32 seconds, that becomes our brand new leading time. Wow. Okay, so top of the leaderboard, now in control of Venezuela. Matthias Svenker, here's the rider from Germany. Rides for NKH LLC of Dallas, Texas. This is a 15-year-old gelding, NKH Caruso. This horse sired by Cassio and Kerry. And this is a fast duo. 62.32. And that is our leading time, so 62.32 seconds. But watch this. I think Matthias, he will be going for it right from the get-go. Making that turn to fence number 3. A little bit wider it looked. Oh! Kind of went past his outside leg as he came around that turn of fence number 3. I think his leg clipped the standard as well and took that whole back standard and rail down. So we're sitting at 4 faults as he comes across the diagonal on a fence number 5 and 6. Now 7A and 7B. He might slow up a little bit because he knows he has the 4 faults, and we have 6 clears to this point. Little ticket fence at number 8. He's going to make that turn. Use both reins as he should. Ooh, cuts in to come into that combination. Well, I said he might slow up, but in fact, he's made that inside turn nobody's made from fence number 9 to fence number 10A, 10B. So fence number 11, and then just one final fence. Comes home with 4 faults. I think he's going to be the second fastest of the 4 faulters. And yes, indeed, he is the second fastest of the 4 faulters. Puts him into 8th place. 4 faults, 65.68 seconds. But great rider there for Germany. Now he's definitely going to see this rider tomorrow night as he won last night in that jump off of 14. So we see that fence number 2. We're going to see that turn Kind of looks like he's going past his left leg, a little bit past his outside leg, a little past the point he wanted to get to. So he's going to be jumping this at an angle on the left-hand side of the fence. Oh, and it was actually the horse's stifle that took that down. And that is just some tough luck. Unfortunately, I think the horse wanted to continue down that outside, and Matisse had obviously a different plan, because fence number 3 wasn't down the outside. Alec Lawler and 4 gold. This is a young 8-year-old gelding. And this rider rides for the USA. This is a Holsteiner 8-year-old gelding, sired by 4 Fashion. So 4 gold and Alec Lawler. And always a great event here are the $36,500 Murieta Inn, Spa, and Restaurant competition. Ooh, little tough luck there at fence number 3. Another horse kind of didn't see like they got their eye totally focused on fence number 3. He pulls out of fence number 4. He hasn't waved or indicated he's going to retire. Looks like he's just going to regroup. And I think he will continue. Again, this is a young horse, an 8-year-old. So just moving up to this level, Alec Lawler, super talented rider, young rider as well. Still in his early 20s. So that rail down to fence number 3, unfortunately the misstep there, and the circle before fence number 4. That's 4 faults for the rail down, 4 faults for that circle for the refusal. So 8 faults, that's where we're sitting at. And 7A and 7B, great ride. Alec will give this horse such a solid ride through this. Goes a little bit wider to come back. Make sure the horse gets focused on fence number 9. And this is how you do it. That is just perfect for a young 8-year-old gelding. Come down to fence number 12. And through that, so we're going to have jumping faults as well as time faults as well, a total of 13, the time 94.66 seconds. Well, you know what, Alec Lawler, in my opinion, that was the perfect thing to do. Even though he was a young rider, he did a circle, went, okay, you know what, we got to regroup to make sure that you actually have your confidence there. We see fence number 2 here, and then he's going to make that turn. And there's so much in that turn because you're coming through that 10AB combination as well. Comes up a little bit blind, and Alec had to move up, but unfortunately the horse hesitated, wasn't quite sure exactly which fence to move up to. But that was such a good professional way of doing it, Alec Lawler, and being out there and saying, you know what, we just have to slow down, settle down, let's make it a good ride. Vito Bjorklund from Sweden aboard Carlson. This is an 11-year-old gelding, Hana variant, started by Contendro 1. Horse owned by Carlson 93 Syndicate. And so Vigo had 1 in the jump-off last night. As he comes out of that first fence, here's the second rider for Sweden, Vigo Bjorklund aboard Carlson. And this is a great young rider as well. Here's the first of the combinations, fence number 7A and 7B. So far, so good. Ooh, ticket, fence number 8. He rolled that rail, but it stayed in the cups there. Nice ride through the corner. Oh, and unfortunately, that one came down, fence number 9. That's certainly one of the major pieces of the puzzle to have to put together, is that rollback turn from fence number 8 to fence number 9, making sure the horse gets its eye on that. Because fence number 8, they're jumping into the crowd, and they come back around, and fence number 9 comes up fairly quickly. So 4 faults as he heads for that finish line. And that'll be 4 faults the time, 70.75 seconds. And he is the third fastest of the 4 faulters. That's going to put him in 9th place.
That's going to move into 9th overall.
So Angel Guillermo Caroli And April Moon still in the lead with a time of 62.32 seconds. And we see that fence number 9 just barely touched. But sometimes as the horses come around, they don't measure the height quite exactly. Because remember, they're going at it certainly a fast clip there. Beautiful ride through that 10AB combination for Viggo Bjorklund. But ending up with the 4 faults and right now 9th place. Well, we're going to stay with the riders from Sweden. Hana Morrison aboard Unique Star. This is an 11-year-old stallion, bay stallion. This is a Seul Francais. Source owned by Rich Fuente of Jackson, Wyoming.
It's on the field, it's still leading 62.32. We know the time can be better. We see faster ones, but with rails.
And this 11-year-old stallion signed by Niagara Dell. So Unique Star, Hana Morrison coming down to that first fence. It's a horse focused on fence number 3 nicely. I think she's going to be obviously going for that clear round. She was clear aboard her first ride. Yeah, that was Park Morlocks, currently sitting in 6th place. But she looks like she's going a little bit faster aboard the 11-year-old stallion. But 62.32 seconds, that is our leading time. Oh, shoot. Oh, that is just some tough luck coming into that combination. First time fence number 7A has been down. And then easily over fence number 8. The roll back to fence number 9, sitting with 4 faults. And this horse looks like he's got a lot of blood with fence number 11A and 10A and 10B. This horse really likes to attack the fences. Fence number 11, unfortunately down, so 8 faults. That'll be the score. The time, let's have a look at that, 72.34 seconds. That's going to get her on the leaderboard, but in that 12th place. That's going to put her into that 12th and precarious positions. That's that final ribbon placing here in our $36,500 international jumping competition, kindly brought to us by Murieta Inn, Spa, and Restaurant. We see that first fence coming down. We can see the grandstands on the one side, lots of color as well at fence number 7A. And you see this horse just kind of looks like he wants to pull a little bit or past the distance, just a smidge at times. But a great, super talented 11-year-old stallion. Steele B is the 11-year-old mare right there. Source owned by Kathleen Waldorf. Rich Fellers is back in the ring. Swedish warm blood signed by Empire, 11-year-old mare. Now 62.32 seconds, that's her leading time. There's Rich, he makes that cut again, look at that. Look what he does, rides back right up to the rail, makes the turn. Okay, that worked out perfectly. Rich Fellers has the fastest time on paper aboard Ninu at 61.80 seconds. He is absolutely amazing how he bends those lines in order to give himself just a little bit more time, maybe a little bit more, allow more of a gallop, and give his horses more space to be able to do their jobs. There's a combination. Oh, beautiful ride. Fence number 8. Okay, he's going to roll back. Fence number 9. Oh, beautiful, perfect ride to fence number 9. He's got 4 jumping efforts remaining. Gallop into the oxer. Whoa. Okay, there's fence number 10A and 10B. 11 up next. He is on a blistering time right now. Okay, 62.32. Can he do it? Oh! 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 He broke that 60-second mark with his time, 59.78 seconds. That final fence, that last oxer down for Rich Fellers, and still be easily the fastest of the 4 falters. And we see that gallop down, and the horse is focused, but unfortunately just didn't get the front gear out of the way in time. Oh, that is too bad. Rich Fellers, as the fastest of the 4 falters, sitting on that leaderboard. And right now sitting in 7th and in 8th place. So he's the fastest and the second fastest of the 4 falters. Well, Mandy Porter back in the ring. She sits in 3rd place. She had the lead for a little bit, but then she was edged out by Kerry Rufer by 2/100ths of a second. Seconds, Angel Caroli edged out Kerry Rufer by 3/10ths of a second. So Mandy Porter back in the ring aboard Ideal de la Haisa. And this is a Belgian warm-blood 11-year-old gelding owned by Alex Truby. Our horse sired by Electro. Okay, so Mandy Porter right now sitting in 3rd place with her clear on her first ride. Easily over fence number 3. This horse has a lot of jump. So a lot of jump with the horse, a lot of talent with the rider. Great combination. And I think Mandy Porter, as always, she is such a great competitor. She wants to be back on top. Nicely in, nicely out, through that in and out. Okay, perfect. Makes the quick turn. Make sure horse is set up for fence number 9. Coming down to that Oxer vertical combination. Oh, shoot. Oh, fence number 10A, it is down. That front rail of the Oxer. So 4 faults. That is where she is sitting right now. That is too bad. 63.19 seconds. She is always such a great competitor, Mandy Porter. And now in 9th place with fence number 10A coming down. She set her horse up perfectly. Fence number 8. Fence number 9 just came down. And unfortunately, that is going straight towards that in gate as well. So we're going to look at this. And just looked like the horse maybe didn't get up in the air, just got maybe a smidge flat towards that Oxer. But, it's always easier sitting up here and thinking what's happening versus when you are on course and going at speed. You got to make those decisions as they come to you. Well, Donatello, here is a wonderful horse owned by Little Valley Farms, an 8-year-old gelding, Westphalian. This horse sired by Diorado. Ashley Bond, she's back in the ring, rides for Israel. And this is such a great duo, great combination. And I think that Angel Caroli from Venezuela, he's going to be sitting on the sidelines watching this one go around because they are super fast. Young horse here, yes, but super talented. That rider, she's got all the talent in the world. Okay, there's fence number 5. Fence number 6. There's a 7A and 7B on fence number 8. Ooh, what a jump over fence number 8. Great turn back to fence number 9. Those are those turns you practice at home to make sure the horse is set up for them so it doesn't come as a shock. 10A, ooh, easily over that, easily over 10B. And she looks like she could be on pace to take the lead. Great jump at fence number 11, just one left, 62.32. Can she? Oh no! 63.12 seconds. That would have put them into 4th place. But Ashley Bond and Donatello, that final fence comes down. I know Ashley Bond's going to be super happy. She loves her horses. Okay, so fence number 11 right there. This horse can jump. And you see that ear pricks up. The other ear, it's got it locked on. Unfortunately, that left front hoof barely touches that rail. And it is down for Ashley Bond and Donatello. Super, super talented horse owned by Little Valley Farms. So with that, Ashley Bond puts herself and Donatello in 9th place, and she will knock herself and Belo Horizonte out of the top 12. As Vigo Bjorklund now in 12th place aboard Carlson with 4 faults, the time 70.75. Angel Guillermo Caroli still in the lead aboard April Moon. Okay, so Angel Caroli in the lead, Kerry Rufer in 2nd place. 3rd, we have Mandy Porter, Nikolai Highness sitting in 4th, Nick Delajoyo in 5th, Hana Morrison in 6th place, Rich Fellers in 7th and in 8th, Ashley Bond in 9th, Mandy Porter in 10th, Matthias Svenker. In 11th, 12th, Viggo Bjorklund. Well, Especial PS is this 10-year-old gray mare, horse sired by Berlin. This is a Royal Dutch Warmblood. Especial PS, owned by Signe Osby of Northern California here. Carl Cook, the rider for the U.S. Carl qualified both his horses for the jump-off last night. Well, so Carl Cook and Special PS heading down to that first fence. And Carl Cook known for being great at speed competitions as well. Time to beat 62.32 seconds. And one thing about Carl, he never looks like he's moving that fast, but it's amazing the times he can put in. Great turn to back to fence number 3. That horse through its hips just elongated beautifully over top of the oxer. There's fence number 5. Fence number 6. He looks like he's on a great pace. Fence 7A comes up a little bit blind, but you know what? Nicely done through that combination. Let's make that roll back turn to fence number 9. Measures that up beautifully. Gallop down to the combination oxer in. Oh! Well, fence number 10B, you heard it was just a little tick there, but unfortunately it came down, so 4 faults as he heads towards that finish line. 62.68 seconds. Well, now in 9th place, Special PS and Carl Cook with 4 faults, 62.68 seconds. And that is just some tough luck. Here into the combination. Just that right front just didn't snap up quite fast enough, and it was just the tip of the toe that barely touched that rail. But, well, unfortunately it was down. And Kerry Roofer, first of 5 remaining rides for Morningstar Sport Horses. That's the owner of Mr. Europe, a 10-year-old gelding, Royal Dutch Warmblood, started by Mr. Blue. And Kerry Roofer right now sitting in 2nd place, and she rides for the U.S. Well, Kerry Roofer in 2nd place only by 0.3 of a second. As Angel Caroli with a time of 62.32. Nice ride of fence number 3. As Susan Ortez was saying that this horse was last week a little impressed with all the decorations and everything in this ring. Looks like right now Mr. Europe is taking everything in stride. He was great last night and great again tonight. Nice move up to that vertical. Kerry Roofer always quick on turns. Oh, touched that fence, but it stayed up. Oh, unfortunately, fence number 10A coming down that front rail on the oxer. So 4 faults. As she comes down to the final vertical, this will be fence number 12. Little touch there. 62. I found that time. 62.63 seconds. Well, she was 62.62, 62.63 seconds on her 2nd ride. So just 1/100th of a second. That is great sticking a plan there. But unfortunately, this rail right there, not part of the plan, as that hind end just dragged a little bit and took the front rail of the oxer down for Mr. Europe and Kerry Roofer. Great addition, great horse for Kerry Roofer here. And she is such a successful amateur rider. You'll see her focus on fence number 12 as she comes down, but unfortunately the 4 faults at that oxer. and Vahini Semeli. And here's the 10-year-old mare. Mare also owned by Spruce Meadows. Nikolai Highness. Oh, that's too bad. Nikolai Highness. This is his second ride, but that second fence down and the third fence down as well. So the 8 faults, that's going to put him out of our top 12. 12th position held by Mandy Porter with 4 faults, 63.19. But Nikolai, he's going to go for that schooling ride. You can see he just slowed down the pace just a little bit. As is a young 10-year-old mare. So get some good miles here in the ring, jumping at our meter 45 height in the Murieta Inn, Spa, and Restaurant competition against the clock. So a little bit wider turn as we're getting that schooling ride in. Nicely done, Nikolai Highness. Unfortunately, fence number 2, fence number 3, early rails. And on to fence number 11 here. Make sure his horse gets locked on that. And as well, he's going to do the same thing, fence number 12. Great ride, great rider as always. 8 jumping faults, 67.41 seconds. So just a great ride there for Nikolai Highness. Not going to be in our top placings. Well, you can see fence number 1, nicely done. Gets the lock on. Nikolai did, but it kind of looks like the horse didn't gauge the height of the fence there quite well. So fence 2 we saw come down. And then unfortunately, we have back-to-back rails, as it looks like that turn, we're stuck just a little bit through that turn. And Emma Catherine Ryko, the rider and owner of the 10-year-old stallion. Great combination. This is a perfect horse for her. Kubicki, a Holsteiner. Ooh, touch at fence number 2. Touch at fence number 4 as well. This young rider rides for the USA, final rider for the host nation of the U.S. Touch at fence number 6. And that leading time 62.32 seconds. Oh, and unfortunately fence number 8. It comes down, so 4 faults for the final of the American riders. First of 3 remaining. Right now, 12th position held with 4 faults, 63.19. So unfortunately, I don't think Emma's going to be fast enough to get into her top 12 placings. But you know what? Great experience here at this level, at the World Cup competition level. The time 66.39 seconds, 4 jumping faults for Emma and Kubicki. That's going to put them in a 14th place, just out of our top 12 placings. So Emma Ryko and Kubicki in 14th spot. We see her come off that first combination. She's focused on it, but just looks like they didn't get that front end out of the way quite fast enough. But she's a great, phenomenal young amateur rider. And such a great 10-year-old stallion. With just 2 remaining, you see right there we do have our stewards, because after these horses they compete, they do a boot check. So we take all the boots off, get that boot check. That's a stallion, so he's acting like a little bit of a stallion, and that's perfectly fine, especially with another horse passing right beside him. Valentino Delts, a 10-year-old gelding. Vanessa Mannix, the rider and owner from Calgary, Alberta. She rides for Canada. Yeah, this is a Seul Francais. So first of 2 remaining. Yeah, and Vanessa Mannix, she was in the jump off as well last night. Super rider. And I'm sure Vanessa Mannix super happy to be down here in beautiful Northern California, out of the cold that they had in Calgary, Alberta this past weekend. In fact, areas in Southern California, they're going to have up to 70 centimeters of snow. So lots of snow dropping in her neck of the woods. But she is here in the beautiful, beautiful, wonderful, warm California sunshine. Vanessa Mannix, nice start to this competition. Easily over fence number 3. She is such a solid rider from Canada. And again, the first of just 2 remaining. So fence number 5 behind her. Fence number 6. This horse certainly not having a problem with any of these fences. The 10-year-old Salle-Francais gelding. Nicely through 7A and 7B. Oh! Touch with both the front end and the hind end. Fence 8 is down. That is tough luck. Fence number 8 does have the Liverpool right underneath fence number 8. So things certainly for the horses to look at as they come around. Maybe don't get their eye on that fence quite quick enough. She can make that turn for home. Fence number 11. She's got 4 faults. And right now has to be faster than 63.19. And unfortunately, that time's not going to be there. 66.65 seconds for Vanessa Mannix for Canada. And Valentino Adelt, 66.65, 4 faults, puts her into 15th spot. So she is not in our top 12 with just 1 remaining. And this is Vanessa Mannix. She's coming up to fence number 8. And you can see the touch there on the front, touch on the back, finishes off with that hind end. And unfortunately, that sunk her evening. As I know she was wanting to go clear, because right now, even if you're the slowest of the clears, that puts you in the 7th place. Lots of great fast times. Fastest time we've actually seen, and that's Rich Feller's 59.78 seconds. But the fastest clear, 62.32 seconds, with Cassio Rivetti aboard Choco. Here he is back in the ring. He jumped his first horse, Don Vito, fence number 1 through 7B, and then waved and retired. Choco, and this is a 13-year-old gelding in Oldenburg, started by Choco Blue. Last to go in the Murieta Inn, Spa, and Restaurant International Jumping Competition against the clock. So fences number 1 and fence number 2, nicely done. There's the 4 stride over fence number 6. It looks like Cassio Rivetti, in fact, looking to want to be in our top placings this evening. Nicely measured over fence number 8. Tight turn to fence number 9. He puts his leg on, checks his horse a little bit, wants that clear. That as well. Okay, just 2 efforts remaining, 62.32 seconds. Will it go to Venezuela? Will it go to Brazil? We're going to see exactly how this gallop goes. I don't think he's going to do it, but he's going to be close. 63.56 seconds. That's going to put them into 5th place. Great ride, Cassio Rivetti. And Choco puts him into 5th place. Well, Angel Guillermo Caroli, Guillermo Caroli and April Moon, they have the win with a time of 62.32 seconds tonight in our $36,500 Murieta Inn, Spa, and Restaurant competition against the clock. Such great competition this evening. Hey, and you know what? Join us tomorrow night as we're going to have a lot more fun. There's that final fence and Cassio galloping for the finish line. He galloped into 5th place aboard his 2nd ride. And remember, tomorrow night, the $100,000, and that is the Longines FEI World Cup Jumping Sacramento. That'll be right here in beautiful Rancho Murieta, California. As we see our jump crew getting right down to business, we will be setting up our indoor for these presentations. Angel Guillermo Caroli with the win aboard April Moon. Kerry Roofer Mai Tai in 2nd place. We're going through a top 12 right here. 12th position, that's Ashley Bond, that super talented 8-year-old Don Donatello. With Rich Fellers, he had that fastest time sitting in 8th. In fact, the 2 fastest times, 8th and 9th. Unfortunately, couldn't leave all the fences up. Look at the final standings here from the Sacramento International Horse Show and the $36,500 Murieta Inn, Spa, and Restaurant competition against the clock this evening. Super fun competition. This has been great tonight with 23 horse and rider combinations joining us here under the lights. And Venezuela with the win. Angel Guillermo Caroli and April Moon, that wonderful 11-year-old mare owned by Carol Rosenstein, Silver Raven Farm, with that winning time, 62.32 seconds. Now, once again, join us tomorrow night. That is the $100,000 Longines FEI Jumping World Cup Sacramento. That will be tomorrow night. And we are going to be in for such an amazing event tomorrow night. Super fun competition all throughout the week here. Part of the 2019 Sacramento International Horse Show. And thank you so much for joining us. I think we're going to go back to Max von Zimmerman, our in-ring announcer, as he will be getting ready for these presentations. On behalf of the Sacramento International Horse Show, the Longines FEI Jumping World Cup Sacramento, Murieta Inn Spa and Restaurant, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
I'm a sucker for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, be sure to join us one night away. And don't forget about those kids tomorrow at 2 p.m. You can qualify for the jumping final, the kids jumping final here at the Sacramento International Horse Show.
Sweat dripping off me before I even knew her name. La la la, you felt like oh la la la, yeah, no. Sapphire and moonlight, we danced for hours in the same tequila sunrise. Her body fit right in my hands, la la la. You felt like oh la la la, yeah. I love it when you call me señorita. I wish I could pretend I didn't need ya, but every touch is oh la la la. It's true la la la. Oh, I should be running. Oh, you know I love it when you call me.
We're just a few moments away from bringing in those top 12 riders for the presentation of our awards for the Longines FEI Jumping World Cup Sacramento's Murieta Inn and Spa Restaurant Speed Class. Don't forget to stick around. Here we've got the vaulting demonstration coming up next, and then of course the after party featuring Locked and Loaded, sponsored by JH Sport Horses.
Never change, you say we're just friends, but friends don't know the way you taste. La la la. 'Cause you know it's been a long time coming, don't you let me fall. On your lips, undress me, hooked on your tongue. Love your kisses, deadly, don't stop.
I love it when you call me señorita. I wish I could pretend I didn't need ya, but every touch is ooh la la la. It's true la la la. Oh, I should be running. Oh, you know I love it when you call me señorita. I wish it wasn't so damn hard to leave ya, but every touch is ooh la la la. It's true la la la.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome back those top placers for tonight's $36,500 Murieta Inn and Spa Restaurant, Speed. Joining us on the red carpet, representing West Palm Event Management, Mr. Dale Harvey, and of course, Mr. Brent Larkin, your Murieta Inn and Spa. We're going to line up all of our riders, and then, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to ask all of you to please rise, as we're going to have the playing of our national anthem for our winner from Venezuela. Ladies and gentlemen, to honor our champion this evening, congratulations to Angel Giroli and April Moon, the playing of the national anthem from Venezuela. Ladies and gentlemen, your champion, April Moon and Angel Giroli from Venezuela. Of course, joining us here, Mr. Brent Larkin from Murieta Inn and Spa, and of course, Mr. Dale Harvey representing West Palm Event Management, as we'll walk over to get the commemorative photograph for the win in tonight's $36,500 Murieta Inn and Spa Restaurant, FEI Speed. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, your champion, Angel Giroli and April Moon, Venezuela. We'll walk the line in your second place award winner, second and 10th for her two horses, Kerry Roofer, the American, aboard the Morningstar Sport horses, Mai Tai second, and Mr. Europe in 10th. A third place finish for Mandy Porter, USA, aboard WT Kapow. Your fourth award from Denmark, Nikolai Highness, aboard Crusader Z for the Spruce Meadows Limited. It's fifth to the Brazilian Cassio, Rivetti, and Chaco. A sixth place finish for the American Nicholas Delajoyo and Cassandra. We go to Sweden for seventh place for Hana Morrison and Park Morlocks. Eighth place and ninth place to Rich Fellers with the fastest two times tonight aboard Steele B and Ninu respectively. 11th to Carl Cook aboard a Special PS. And your 12th award to Ashley Bond and Donatello. We'd like to thank once again the Murieta Inn and Spa for being with us, and Mr. Brent Larkin for joining us on the red carpet. One more request from our champion. If he'd lead us off in the victory ride on Hail Kiroli in April Moon, the winner of our Murieta Inn and Spa meter 50 speed. The mejor por esta clase on Hail Kiroli in April Moon, taking the victory. Kerry Roofer, Mandy Porter, Nikolai, Cassio Rivetti, Nicholas Delajoyo, Hana Morrison, Rich Fellers, and Carl Cook. Congratulations to all of our riders in tonight's $36,500 Murieta Inn Spa and Restaurant Speed. Be sure to join us tomorrow. And your champion on Hail Kiroli in April Moon. Well, ladies and gentlemen, stick around. Don't go anywhere. We're going to set up right now. It's only going to take us a minute or two to bring in our vaulters here this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, they're going to take out these last couple fences real quick, and then we'll get underway. Let's talk to you about vaulting a little bit. Vaulting is most commonly described as dance and gymnastics on horseback. This FEI recognized discipline is one of the 7 that are part of the World Equestrian Games. You'll be watching these vaulters this evening perform some of their competitive routines and also some creative and theatrical acts that you won't see in the competition arena. That should be exciting. The performers tonight are some of the United States' most decorated vaulters and have competed at multiple world championships and international events. The vaulting horses you see here are celebrities in the sport as well. Revlon, a Hanoverian gelding, Zygo, a Dutch warmblood gelding, and Paris, a Percheron mare, all carried U.S. vaulters in the World Equestrian Games in Tryon last summer. Gryffindor is a paint Belgian gelding, has won numerous national championships, and has also won the prestigious American Vaulting Association's Horse of the Year Award. We would ask, ladies and gentlemen, one more thing. We would ask you to all please hold your applause while the vaulters are on their horses. Just enjoy the music and enjoy the display of equestrian acrobatics brought to you by USA Vaulting. As we're going to remove these final fences, we'll invite those vaulters into the show arena. Thank you all for sticking around to support us. And of course, all vaulters that'll be stepping next into the show ring within the next 2 or 3 minutes. Don't forget, as we've been talking about all night long, Locked and Loaded. The after party will be happening right after our 20-minute vaulting exhibition, sponsored by JH Sport Horses. You can stick around, join us, watch that vaulting here in the indoor, and then, of course, join us outside for the street party and block party featuring Locked and Loaded.
suck or phonies. Yeah, they celebrate my medals or they wanna take my trophies. Some are loyal soldiers while these other thorns.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we'd like to introduce you to tonight's performers as they're entering the show arena here. Miss Katie Kevel from Cotati, California. Daniel James from Woodside, California. Helen Mills-Selch from Hillsborough, North Carolina. Dustin Hausman from Raleigh, North Carolina. Christian Roberts from Half Moon Bay, California. Kimberly Palmer from Half Moon Bay, California. And Cassidy Palmer from Half Moon Bay, California as well. Again, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to start our vaulting routines, please hold your applause while the vaulters are on their horses. During the music, you'll have it. You can have plenty of time at the end, but for now, let's welcome USA Vaulting.
Here when the sun went down, hit it hard, kicked it off right. You think by now we'd be heading out, hanging it up and calling it a night, but we're just getting warmed up, just getting started, already fired up. Yeah, this party ain't nothing like it round here, going down out here, another double shot of crazy in a cup, and we're just getting warmed up. Yeah, we're just getting warmed up. This midnight smoke, it ain't burning out. It's just party crowds waiting all week. The way we got it rolling now, it's going fast and picking up steam, and we're just getting warmed up, just getting started, already fired up. Yeah, this party ain't nothing like it round here, going down out here, another double shot of crazy in a cup, and we're just getting warmed up. Just getting warmed up. You think by now we'd be rolling out, but we're just picking up steam. Yeah, we're just getting warmed up, just getting started. Ain't nothing like it round here, going down out here. Get it warmed up and get it started. Everybody in here came to party. You need a good time? Well, I brought it. Hands up in the air if you want it. Yeah, the speakers are here and they turned up. Cups filling and mixed up the good stuff. Who's setting it off? You know that's us. You already know we getting warmed up. We're just getting warmed up, just getting started, already fired up. Yeah, this party ain't nothing like it round here, going down out here, another double shot of crazy in a cup, and we're just getting warmed up. Yeah, we're just getting warmed up. We're just getting warmed up. Got a little boom in my big truck. Gonna open up the doors and turn it up. Gonna stomp my boots in the Georgia mud. Gonna watch you make me fall in love. Get up on the hood of my daddy's tractor. Up on the toolbox, it don't matter. Down on the tailgate, girl, I can't wait to watch you do your thing. Shake it for the young bucks sitting in the honky tonks, for the rednecks rocking till the break of dawn. The DJ spinning that country song. Come on, come on, come on. Shake it for the birds, shake it for the bees, shake it for the catfish swimming. I got that real good, feel good stuff up under the seat of my big black jacked up truck, rolling on 35s, pretty girl by my side.
You got that suntan skirt and boots, waiting on you to look my way and scoop your little hot self over here. Girl, hand me another beer, yeah. All them other boys wanna line you up and
flame, girl, you light it up when I hear you say my name. Yeah, you know just how to start it. You shine, and I just can't wait to get you out tonight. Yeah, you know how bad I want it. You ride the Chevy like a Cadillac, blow that one stop light, no looking back. Wherever we're going, gotta get there fast. I'm talking red hot, wet kiss falling off your lips. I'm talking red hot, red dress hanging on your hips. I'm talking backseat heartbeat pounding in my chest. I'm seeing red, I'm seeing red. Can't get you out of my head, girl. Can't get you out of my head. The way you color up my world, I'm seeing red. Down someplace just outside of town. Bring a bottle if you wanna. That moon ain't gonna tell on me and you. Just say the word and we're gonna ride this Chevy like a Cadillac. Blow that one stop light, no looking back. Wherever we're going, gotta get there fast. I'm talking red hot, wet kiss falling off your lips. I'm talking red hot, red dress hanging on your hips. I'm talking backseat heartbeat pounding in my chest. I'm seeing red, I'm seeing red. Can't get you out of my head, girl. Can't get you out of my head. The way you color up my world, I'm seeing red.
A full moon shining bright, edge of the water, we were feeling alright. Back down a country road, the girls are always hot and the beer is ice cold. Cadillac, horns on the hood, my buddy Frankie had his dad hook him up good. Girls smile when we roll by, they hop in the back and we cruise to the riverside. Never gonna grow up, never gonna slow down. We were shining like lighters in the dark in the middle of a rock show. We were doing it right, we were coming alive. Yeah, caught up in a southern summer barefoot blue jean night. Blue eyes and auburn hair, sitting looking pretty by the fire in a lawn chair. New to town and new to me, her ruby red lips was sipping on sweet tea. Shot me and looked like a shooting star, so I
boys ever met a real country girl? Talking true blue, out in the woods, down home, country. She's a hot little number in her pickup truck. Daddy sweet money done jacked it up. She's a party all-nighter from South Carolina, a bad mama jammer from down in Alabama. She's a raging Cajun lunatic from Brunswick, juicy Georgia peach with a thick southern drawl, sexy swinging walk. Brother, she's all country. She, from her cowboy boots to her down home roots, she's country. From the song she plays town. Honey dripping honey from the holler in Kentucky. Get you flipping kinda trippy like a Mississippi hippie. She's a Kansas princess, crazy mother trucker, undercover lover, thick southern drawl, sexy swinging walk, brother she's all country. From her cowboy boots to her down home roots, she's country. From the song she plays to the prayer she prays, that's the way she was born and raised. She ain't afraid to stay country. Nothing but country. Thick southern drawl, sexy swinging walk. Oh, show 'em how a country girl does it one time now.
Right now, I just need you to get real loose. Get comfortable. Grab your loved ones, or grab your love partner. And if you're by yourself, no worries. Just follow after me. Gonna do the two-step, then cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart and spin out with 'em. Do the hold down and get into it. Take it to the left now and dip with it. Don't throw down, take a sip with it. Now lean back, put your hips in it. Let's have some fun. To the left now. To the right. Now take your left hand and put it on your side. Gonna roll your shoulders. Do the slip and slide. This next part's my favorite part, cause it's time to shine. Gonna do the two-step, then cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart and spin out with 'em. Do the hold down and get into it. Take it to the left now and dip with it. Don't throw down, take a sip with it. Now lean back, put your hips in it. It's simple, you can do it. Slide to the left, slide to the right. Now cool down, have a good time. Slide to the left, slide to the right. Do the butterfly, have a good time. Round, round, round and round you go. It's time to show out right now and take to the floor. Gonna do the two-step, then cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart and spin out with 'em. Do the hold down and get into it. Take it to the left now and dip with it. Don't throw down, take a sip with it. Now lean back, put your hips in it. Take it down now, take it down now. Take it down now, take it down now. Bring it up now, bring it up now. Bring it up now, bring it up now. Take it down and crisscross. Bring it up now.
Yeah, baby, this is how we roll. We rollin' into town with nothing else to do. We take another lap around. Yeah, holla at your boy if you need a ride. If you roll with me, yeah, you know we rollin' high. Up on them 37 Vitos, windows tinted, hard to see though. How fresh my baby is in a shotgun seat though. Them kisses off of me though, automatic like a free throw. This life I live, it might not be for you, but it's for me though. This is how we roll. We hanging round, singing down everything on the radio. We light it up with our hands up. This is how we roll. This is how we do. When the world turns ugly, I just turn and look at you, baby. This is how we roll.
We stick to our guns. We love who we love and we wanna have fun. Yeah, we cuss on them Mondays and pray on them Sundays. Pass it around and we dream about one day. 'Cause this is how we roll. Come on, y'all, we hanging round, singing down everything on the radio. We light it up with our hands up.
This is how we roll. This is how we ride. We're slanging up the mud, cutting through the countryside, baby. This is how we roll. Yeah,
looks like you're good to go. Hop in, let's ride, take it down this road. You couldn't look any hotter. Reach on back and grab a bottle. Girl, let's get this party started. You look just like a little angel, baby. I know you love a little danger, baby. Everything about you, girl, is just my style. You got some wild in your smile. If this crowd don't rock, we'll take it somewhere else. I won't complain if I get you to myself. Something tells me you don't care. You're up or going anywhere as long as that wind's blowing through your hair. You look just like a little angel, baby. I know you love a little danger, baby. Everything about you, girl, is just my style. You got some wild in your smile. You might have your mom and daddy fooled. You know just how to play it cool. I know something that they don't. Girl, I know just what you want tonight. We're gonna find it down this road we're on. 'Cause you look just like a little angel, baby. I know you love a little danger, baby. Everything about you, girl, is just my style. Yeah, you look just like a little angel, baby. I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for all of them from the USA vaulting. Joining us here, Katie Kevel, Daniel Janus, Helen Millsell, Stutzy Hausman, Christian Roberts, Kimberly Palmer,
About you,
Cassidy Palmer.
I don't need baggy clothes or rings in my nose to be cool. The scars on my
Ladies and gentlemen, one more big round of applause from all of our riders and trainers and handlers here from USA Vaulting.
There's a whole lot more like me. How about you?
Ladies and gentlemen, you can join us now at the after party featuring Locked and Loaded. They're going to start playing out on the mezzanine right behind our grandstand here on the south side of the arena. Come on back and join us tomorrow night. Grab a couple friends with you. Support the riders for the Longines FEI Jumping World Cup Sacramento. From all of us here, though, we're done for the evening in the indoor arena. The bar is still open. The party's just now starting outside. And you can stick around and join us. We'll see you in just a few minutes. Have a wonderful evening. Thanks for being with us at the Sacramento International Horse Show.
My mind, oh, she's hot but a psycho. So left but she's right though. At night she's screaming, my mind. Grab a gun, kinda crazy. She's poison but tasty. Yeah, people say run, don't walk away. Yeah, she's sweet but a psycho. A little bit psycho. At night she's screaming, my mind. So someone say, don't drink her potions. She'll kiss your neck with no emotion. When she's mean, you know you love it. She tastes so sweet. Don't sugarcoat it, no. You'll play along, let her lead you on. You'll be saying no. Don't saying yes, 'cause she's messing with your head. Oh, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. At night she's screaming, my mind. Oh, she's hot but a psycho, so left but she's right though. At night she's screaming, my mind. Grab a gun, kinda crazy. She's poison but tasty. Yeah, people say run, don't walk away. Yeah, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. At night she's screaming, my mind. nothing but tasty. And people say, run, don't walk away. She's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. At night she's screaming, my mind.
New York's #1 hit music station.
C100.
I'm at a party I don't wanna be at, and I don't ever wear a suit and tie. Wondering if I can sneak out the back. Nobody's even looking.